Hey everybody! Welcome back to Big Hair Gaming. We're here with another video covering our favorite game, Last War. And you can see something's a little different in this one. I got the music on in the background, and that's because we got a new event, or a new mini game, called Street Rush, which is remarkable. It's basically a very familiar, yet legally distinct version of Subway Surfer that they've added to the game, which I think is pretty crazy, considering that I've been playing for like 500 days, and we still don't have 3 professions that are definitely for sure coming soon. But in any case, they sure had time to make this minigame, which I'm, for all the smack talk that I'm throwing out right now, I actually do enjoy. It's fun. I used to play Subway Surfer on my mom's iPad when I was younger. It's pretty fun. And fun fact, as an aside, shout out mom, she used to have one of the top 3 global scores pretty regularly for Subway Surfer for like several years. If memory serves, up until cheaters took over the leaderboards, and now it's just all ridiculous scores that don't make any sense. But yeah, so I'm going to show you what this is all about. Basically, what it is, if you've ever played Subway Surfer, is you're going to run down a path. They've got a little tutorial here, which I'll fire up so you can see. Basically, what's going to happen, you swipe up so your guy will jump. You swipe down so your guy will slide. You can move left and you can move right. We're going to move left. You can move left again, slide to the right. Or sorry, move to the right again. And there you go. That's pretty much the tutorial. Now, that doesn't actually tell you all the mechanics that are available to you in this minigame. And as the descendant of a Subway Surfer professional, I'm going to share with you the secrets. So let's jump in. So the reason I have the music on this time around is because the song is kind of fresh. You can hear it in the background a little bit if I stop talking so much, but you can hear it playing when you play it. I'm not sure if this is just a little special mini game because I'm in the off season between seasons 4 and 5, or if this is something that's available to everybody. So if it's something that you guys have available, feel free to let me know, because I'd love to be aware if it's just a me thing or if it's an everybody thing. I'm going to assume that most people, when you get to your off season, are going to have access to this mini game. But there's a bunch of like fundamental stuff that you can do, which they do demonstrate in the tutorial. I will say one difference between playing Subway Surfer and this game, at the very least, is that in Subway Surfer you can like hold your finger to the screen and swipe left and right and do continuous movement. At least on PC, I have to click every single time that I want to do a new input, which is kind of annoying. And I would say it's a little bit harder than it is on than mobile. I think mobile you'll probably have a lot more success than I'm having with it. But yeah, some real simple tips. Thing number 1, don't do what I just did and get greedy. That's going to make you mess up. Thing number 2 is that you can air cancel a jump by swiping down while you're in midair like that. That's going to be something that you're going to basically just like have to do once you get past a certain point, because your regular jump height is going to mess you up and will get you killed. So that's something that you got to know. If I can get far enough, hopefully you'll see me do that and take advantage of it. Another thing to mention that they don't go over in tutorial is that you can slide to the left and right while you're in midair. It doesn't make sense, but it's a video game, and games are supposed to be fun, not necessarily make sense. But, and there we go. We messed up a little bit. I got a little bit behind the 8 ball because I was talking, but there you go. That's just some of the stuff that you can do. Some other things that are generally beneficial is that if you have the option, when a wall comes up on you and like you have to get over to it, or else you'll crash into it, and there's only one lane that you can be in, I highly recommend staying in the air rather than trying to go and land and then like slide under a wall or something. Like you've seen me do it a couple times where the wall comes up and then I'll jump in the air and go over the post rather than under it. There's a little bit of an input delay, at least in regular Subway Surfer. There's a little bit of an input delay where you can't put in another command right back to back. And usually if you try to land and then slide, there's a little bit of like I said, there's like the input delay, and you'll usually end up crashing, kind of like I did in the previous run. So that's something to be aware of. But other than that, that's like most of, I guess, like the quote-unquote advanced tips for this game. So what I'm gonna do is I'll shut up and I'll like play a round or two, and you can just see some of it at play. Nice. Under, under. It's better to do that and jump over and then slide because your ground pound, as it's called, comes with the slide animation. So if I jump and then slide and then go down, I will slide as well. So I can do that to go under an obstacle right after jumping if you time it right, without having to do two downward inputs. Also, there's a really great delay there. Like, that wasn't on your screen. Like, that happened for me, too. Like, when you pick up whatever this ninja scroll is, your screen will just lag. And that might kill you at some point. It probably will. It got me in a previous run. I was kind of salty about it. Because I almost hit 10,000 meters. Oh, I did not know he was going to move. That got me legit. Good job, game. Alright, one more. Yeah, another thing to be aware of as you're looking into the background there, orange trucks move. I didn't think I was going to make that jump, so I decided to slide twice. Double coins. Yeah, there's also a little bit of a delay when you grab the, like, any upgrades I'm noticing. Except for I think the magnet still causes a delay. Fortunate we didn't get a delay there. Maybe it's just like the number of things being on screen is too high and the game lags a little bit. In a game like this where, you know, you don't really have a lot of reaction time as you get faster and faster, that's really annoying. Got a ground pound, got a ground pound. If you don't ground pound there, you'll probably get hit by a truck and die. So that's exactly the kind of stuff I was talking about from before. But yeah, the benefit of playing this game is that everybody in your alliance gets stuff. Nice little lag spike there. That's always fun. Slide to the right. Slide to the left. Slide to the left. They got me. Right when my shield ran out. I was committed to going that way. Well, yeah. But cool. So, that's like the main game stuff. Here's some of the other things that are available to you with this neat little mini game. So one is that as you get coins and you play through, you have a number of attempts that will probably refresh at some point. Can't tell you what that is because this is the first day that it came out. I'm dropping it real quick. But you do have some upgrades that you can get, which will slightly increase the length of time of your buffs. You can see here I grabbed a couple for this ×2 multiplier, which increased it from 10 seconds up to 12 seconds. A massive increase, clearly. Then you have like a magnet upgrade, which increases the length of time that the coins will automatically go towards you, so you don't have to like move to collect them. The shield is a shield. If you get hit while it's up, you don't die. And then you have a ally increase helps, where you can get more helps in matches from your allies. I'm going to max that out because that sounds useful. And then later on, after some number of days for each of these, you'll have the jetpack, which is in Subway Surfer. I think it is portrayed as a giant pogo stick. I think there's actually two. There's a pogo stick that'll launch you really high, and there is a jetpack. And then there's a revive, which revives you, would you believe? And then there's a ×4 multiplier that comes out in about 20 days from the time of release of this event. But those are some of the extras that you can get. There's also a collection of alliance rewards that your whole alliance will get. This is going to refresh every week. So as you guys play collectively, you'll get some nice stuff where you'll get some chests for your overlord, of which right now at the time of recording we only have the gorilla that's available. But supposedly we're supposed to get more of those. Then you have the you have some other chests, some special stuff that's associated specifically to the Street Rush, where you get a mystery box. You get some other stuff here, and then I forget where it is. I think within this you have a chance to get a celebration party, which we love because we can share those with our alliance mates, and get some neat stuff. But those are some of the alliance rewards that you can get. And finally, there is an alliance vault that you can do, wherein basically every person in your alliance can click on one of these little tiles here to attempt to uncover a piece of an artifact. I mean, once you fully uncover it, then you'll get the special rewards that are listed here for each of these artifacts. But so cool. That's like the little mini game. I think it's neat. I would prefer that they work on some other stuff that they've promised to us for a really long time. Like, why dangle the prospect of this diplomat profession? Maybe they simply don't know what kind of skills to add to that. I do. I have recommendations. If you want to hear more about it, feel free to watch my How I Would Fix Last War video. If enough people are interested in that, then I'll talk about my other ideas for how to make Last War better. Shameless plug. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And share the video with your alliance mates, because who else is going to enjoy Last War content other than the folks who are playing Last War? But yeah, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank our channel members for supporting us, for dropping some small monthly contributions. If you really enjoy the kind of content that I make here, feel free to hit the join button down below. You get a lot of neat things in addition to getting some videos early as well. But I want to thank y'all for watching. I want to thank you for listening, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, y'all.